ఫ్యాన్ కూడా అందుకనే లాభం రాదు.
Hello, good afternoon to one and all. I am R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today in this video lecture, I am going to explain you about the types of follower motions. So, in yesterday's class, I have discussed about the types of follower motions for the first two types. And today I am going to extend this to the second part, and I will explain the remaining two types of followers. And this is my 39th lecture regarding to the subject kinematics of machinery. So in the previous class, I have explained about the uniform velocity motion. So we have seen the uniform velocity, so which it has a straight line, that is the straight line curvature, and it has rise, dual rise and return, and the dual period, that is outstroke, dual period, return stroke, and the dual. Since the velocity is constant, the displacement diagram will be drawn with the straight lines only. So these are the straight lines, and we need to extend it with the velocity diagram and acceleration diagram. Next one, we have discussed about the simple harmonic motion. So this is somewhat different from the uniform velocity. So we want to draw a semicircle with regarding to the lift of the follower, that is the stroke of the follower. So the stroke is taken as the lift of the follower. Then we used to divide the portions, that is the outstroke portion and the return stroke portions, into number of parts, in which we have divided the semicircle into. And then we have a curvature with the intersection points of both the horizontal and vertical points. And then we need to draw the velocity diagram and the acceleration diagram. Today I am going to discuss you and explain you about the uniform acceleration and retardation. That is the third type of the motion of the follower. So in this uniform acceleration and retardation, the outstroke and the return stroke is in the same type of variations. So we need to draw only the outstroke and the return stroke and divide these lines. But comparing with the uniform velocity, we do not need to draw any semicircle lines or division of lines. Here in the picture you can see the displacement diagram. So this is the displacement diagram, in which it has been divided into several parts. So this is the outstroke and this is the return stroke. In between the outstroke and the return stroke, there is the dual period. So this is the dual period. So for the dual period, we need to divide these lines. So we need to divide these lines. So in this picture, they have been divided into total 8 equal parts. So the total angle. So if the given outstroke angle is 60 degrees, the 60 degrees have been divided into 8 equal parts. So taking upon the scale, so when we are going to take the scale, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 degrees. In total, 60 degrees is equal to 6 centimeters, that is 60 mm. So these 60 mm has been divided into 8 equal parts approximately. And then we go to the center of the part, that is the fourth part, and we need to divide the vertical line also into same number of equal parts we have done in the horizontal line. So here we have divided it into 8 equal parts. So in the same criteria, the vertical line also has been divided into 8 equal parts, in which each part is combined to the first point, that is first point with the first line, second point with the second line. So we need to connect these lines with the initial point, that is the A point to the small a, small b, small c and small d. So by dividing these lines, so by dividing these points and attaching it to it, we have intersection points. So we have those intersection points and we find a curve here. So this is the curve with the pink color one. So these 4 points has been, so these 4 points, vertical points has been connected to the first line, and these 4 points have been connected to the topmost point. And next they are connected by the intersection point of the vertical and the horizontal lines. And next, the dual line is taken as the straight line, that is the pink color one, and the return stroke also taken in the same way, that is the dividing it into 8 equal parts, and then we are taking the center line, that is the 4 dash line. So we need to take these points quite a different one. This is the primary points and this is the secondary points. So I'm taking it as the 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, and the edge points also 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash lines. And in the same pattern, we are going to divide and intersect these points while obtaining the intersection points. Then we have the dual line. So this is the construction. And then we need to draw these velocity diagrams with reference to these. formula. So for the velocity, that is the maximum velocity of the follower for the outstroke and the return stroke. So for the outstroke, the formula is velocity for the outstroke, that is 2 into omega into s by theta of O. So 2 into pi into omega and s by theta of O, where s is the stroke of the follower, omega is the angular velocity, and theta O is the angle of the outstroke. That is the initially we have given in the problem. And next one, velocity for the return stroke, that is v of r. So it is taken as 2 into omega into s by theta of r. So 2 into omega into s by theta of r. So s is the stroke, theta r is the angle for the return stroke. So there we get the value for the outstroke. So the value has been taken in the center line. So this is the center of the line. We have taken in the displacement diagram. So we need to draw the same amount of line. So మనం bending moment diagrams ఉన్నాయి కదమ్మా, shear force bending moment diagrams. సో దాంట్లో మనకి కింద డయాగ్రామ్స్ ఎలా డ్రా చేస్తామో సేమ్ దీంట్లో కూడా అలానే లైన్స్ మొత్తాన్ని కూడా ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసుకుంటాము. సో ఏ పాయింట్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఈ పాయింట్ వరకు మొత్తం లైన్స్ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసుకొని అవే లైన్స్ లో అదే యాక్సిస్ లో తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టేకింగ్ ది సెంటర్ లైన్ అండ్ టేకింగ్ ది maximum velocity of outstroke. So maximum velocity of outstroke value as this point, and we are joining the other two ends and we got a triangle here. So then we are going to take the return stroke also. So the return stroke has been taken in the retardation center. So maximum velocity of retardation has been taken at this point, and the two ends have been connected to the other ends. So next we need to draw the acceleration diagrams. So for the acceleration diagram, we know the formula, that is acceleration for the outstroke is equal to 4 into omega square into s by theta of O whole square. So 4 into omega is the angular velocity, as this is the stroke of the follower. So the height has been taken here. So the height of the follower, that is taken as stroke, and theta O is the retardation angle, sorry, outstroke angle. And for going the return stroke, acceleration of r is taken as, that is acceleration of r is equal to 4 into omega square s by theta of r whole square. So theta r is taken as angle of retardation, that is return stroke, theta for the return angle for the return stroke. So there we get the values, and the values has been taken from the center line. Here we are going to draw the rectangle, so rectangle diagrams instead of triangles. So the acceleration diagram need to be drawn to the rectangle only, that is the acceleration. So the length of the, so the value has been taken in the height only. So this height is represented by that is AO. And for the return stroke, it is drawn in the downside, that is the acceleration for the return stroke. So this is the acceleration for the return stroke. We need to draw in the theta r area. So this is the theta r area. So we need to draw in that area only. So there we can end the problem. So in the problem they are giving the speed only, that is n. So we need to convert the speed into angular velocity, that is 2 pi n by 60, and then we need to notate all the formulas. So the formulas have been different for different types of followers, that is in the uniform velocity it has different formula, and the simple harmonic motion it has different formula, and this uniform acceleration and retardation also it consists of different formula for both acceleration velocity, acceleration and velocity of the follower. So next we need to take that. So that is the same slide. So velocity of the follower during the outstroke, that is velocity of u is taken as 2 pi into omega and s by theta o. So there is different formula for each and every point, that is the outstroke and return stroke. So for the outstroke it is 2 pi into, sorry, 2 into omega and s by theta o, that is outstroke. So theta o means during the outstroke the velocity, and for the return stroke it is theta r. So you need to vary on the both sides. So next we need to take the acceleration for the outstroke as well as the acceleration for the return stroke also. So for the acceleration of outstroke, 4 into omega square s by theta of O square, that is theta for the outstroke, and for the return stroke it is 4 into omega square s by theta of r square, that is for the return stroke. So the acceleration diagrams can be indicated in the rectangular position of the diagrams, and the velocity diagrams is indicated in triangular positions. So that is the only difference. But in the simple harmonic motion, it is semicircle in shape. So these are semicircular in shape. But in the uniform acceleration and retardation, it is triangular and rectangular. Next one is the cycloidal motion. So a cycloid is the curve traced by a point on the rim of a circular wheel as the wheel rolls along a straight line without slippage. So you can see a circle here. So this is the circle, and we are going to trace the axis of the circular wheel. So that is the we are going to trace the rim of the circular wheel as the wheel rolls along a straight line without slippage. So without the slippage, we are going to see that. So draw the take the so here in the cycloidal there is only return stroke. So that is given as the length of these. So it is given as the radius of the rolling circle. So the rolling circle radius is given as taken as s by 2 pi. So s is the stroke. So that is the length of the vertical line and divided by 2 pi. So we need to take the first the circle of the diagram. So taking the stroke divided by 2 pi. So it is taken as s by 2 pi, and the maximum velocity of the follower for the outstroke is taken as velocity of O is equal to 2 into omega into s by theta of O. So it is taken as 2 into omega into s by theta of O. And for the return stroke, it is 2 into omega s by theta r. So change in the angular position only. Next, we take the maximum acceleration of the follower for the outstroke and the return stroke. So for the outstroke, we are taking the acceleration of O is equal to 2 into pi to omega square into s by theta of O square. That is the outstroke whole square. And for the return stroke, it is 2 into pi to omega s by theta of r square. So first of all, we need to take the stroke of the follower, that is the height of the follower, and then we need to take the 360 degrees line, and we need to take the outstroke, so theta of O. Then we have to divide it into same number of equal parts. So here they have divided it into 6 equal parts. So 6 number of equal parts. So from the center line, so this is the center line, they need to join the first point and the last point. So first point from the downward position and last point on the highest position, they need to join these 2 points, and then they need to join the second line with the first line also. So that is, for the first line, it is going to be join line second line, which is parallel to the AB line. So this is the AB line. Then we used to join the first point with the first line and second point with the second point. So we used to draw the third line also parallel to those lines. So from the first point we need to draw the first point, and second point we need to draw the second point, that is the second height. And from the third it is to draw the third point, and from the fourth it is fourth point, and last one we used to draw the B point. So there we can get the cycloidal curve. So the formulas which is have to be taken is the acceleration of outstroke and the acceleration of the return stroke. So for the velocity diagram, we need to take the curve here as a loop. So this is the loop which we are going to draw, take the velocity diagram. So the maximum velocity for the outstroke is taken as in the center position. That is maximum velocity of outstroke. And then we need to draw the curve here. And for the acceleration diagram, we need to take the separate loops for the outstroke and the return stroke. So first of all, we need to draw the stroke of the follower, and then the total length, that is the displacement, as taken in the scales. So we can take any type of scale according to our reference or preference. So then we need to draw the velocity and acceleration diagrams. So first of all, we have to draw the parallel lines with respect to the positions. and then we need to draw the, that is joining the AB line. So after joining the AB line, we need to draw the parallel lines with respect to E line and the 1 dash line. So they drawing the parallel lines. So after drawing it, we have the first point for the intersection of horizontal and vertical lines. Then we take the second point of the line, that is the first point of the line. And then we need to take the center line and the other lines. So there we can obtain these curve here. So the velocity and acceleration diagrams can be taken from the formula, that is velocity of outstroke and the acceleration for the outstroke. Velocity for the return stroke and acceleration for the return stroke. So that is the procedure for drawing these cycloidal motions. So in the question they are giving any one of the type of the motion of the follower. There we have to recognize in the question only, and we need to start the procedure with the motion of the follower only. So by this, I am ending this class. In the next class, we can see the different types of problems regarding to this motion of the followers. Thank you.